The Lanterns of Starlight Valley, a gentle invitation beyond mountains that stretch like painted waves against the horizon, beyond forests where the leaves whisper in secret tones, lies a place untouched by haste or worry. It is called Starlight Valley, a hidden land where the night sky glows not just with stars but with thousands of floating lanterns that drift above the fields, shining like soft fragments of dreams. In this valley, the air itself feels calm. Time slows, breaths deepen, and the soul grows lighter. The villagers here believe that each lantern carries a dream, guiding weary hearts into rest. Tonight you are invited into this valley. Tonight you will walk with Alara, a gentle traveler seeking her own dream lantern. Together you will follow her quiet journey step by step into the heart of peace. The valley awakens, the evening sky stretched wide and endless, painted in shades of indigo and violet. The first stars began to appear, blinking softly like eyes waking from slumber. Alara walked barefoot upon the grass, cool with evening dew. Every step pressed lightly into the earth, then released as if the ground itself welcomed her passage. The valley around her shimmered with life. Fields of lavender swayed gently, their fragrance wrapping her in invisible comfort. Fireflies floated lazily, glowing like tiny lanterns of gold, their movements unhurried, almost meditative. Above, the first lanterns began to rise. They drifted slowly upward one by one, glowing with amber, sapphire, and pale silver light. Their reflections shimmered on the river that curved through the valley like a ribbon of glass. Alara lifted her gaze and whispered softly, "It feels as though the stars themselves are coming down to meet us." The Keeper of Dreams. At the center of the valley stood a wooden bridge arched over a calm, mirror-like stream. Waiting there was an old man, tall yet gentle, his robe stitched with threads of light that shimmered like constellations. This was the Keeper of Dreams, guardian of the lanterns. He smiled warmly as Alara approached. His eyes were calm, steady, filled with the quiet wisdom of countless nights. "Welcome, traveler," he said, his voice soft as the hush of leaves in the evening breeze. "You have walked far to be here. Tonight, the valley has prepared a lantern just for you." Alara bowed slightly, her heart steady but curious. "But how do I choose among so many?" she asked. The Keeper's smile deepened. "You do not choose. The dream chooses you." He gestured upward, and as Alara lifted her gaze, one lantern began to drift slowly down, glowing with soft silver light. It hovered before her, pulsing faintly as though it had a heartbeat of its own. "This one," said the Keeper, "has been waiting." The lantern's light Alara extended her hands, and the lantern floated gently into her palms. It was warm but not heavy, like holding a piece of moonlight. As she touched it, the air around her shimmered. The valley blurred softly, colors blending into one another like watercolor on canvas. The lantern pulsed brighter, and she felt a gentle tug, as if the dream inside was calling her forward. She closed her eyes. With a single deep breath, she felt herself lifted, not with force but with ease, as though carried on invisible wings. When she opened her eyes again, she was no longer standing on grass but on a path of stars, softly glowing beneath her feet, stretching endlessly into the distance. Walking the dream path. The starry path wound gracefully through a sky of twilight. Around her floated glowing blossoms, suspended as if weightless. Some drifted past her shoulders, releasing scents of rose and honey. Others hovered above, shining faintly like lanterns of their own. The silence was not empty but filled with gentle sound, the hum of distant crickets, the sigh of starlight wind. Alara walked slowly, every step a quiet rhythm in time with her breath. Soon, soft creatures appeared along the path. A silver deer with eyes like polished mirrors walked at her side, unafraid. Birds with wings of light circled above her, gliding without effort. Even a small fox, its fur glowing faintly gold, trotted near her feet. They made no sound, yet their company was comforting. Alara felt no need to speak. Their presence alone was enough. The Lake of Reflections. The starry path led her to a vast, still lake. Its surface reflected the entire sky, galaxies and constellations rippling faintly with the water. The lantern in her hands glowed brighter, and when she held it toward the lake, its light spread in soft circles across the surface. As she leaned closer, she saw not just stars reflected, but memories. She saw moments of her own life, small, gentle fragments, times of laughter, moments of rest, even times when she had simply sat quietly beneath the evening sky. Each reflection shimmered briefly, then dissolved into ripples as though reminding her that